Thinking of hitting the road in a Class B RV? I'm sure you've seen the dreamy van life photos, the sunsets, the stars, the perfectly made beds with fairy lights overhead. That may be the YouTube version, but what about all the stuff they edit out? It's no secret that Class B RVs are not huge on space. Unlike a Class A motorhome that can go all the way up to 45 feet long, Class B vans rarely reach half that length, and the smallest isn't even 18 feet long. Since their interior width is usually only around 6 feet or so, space is at a premium. This means designers have to carefully consider what goes into that van. There's only so much space to fit it all in. When looking at Class B RVs, it's important to understand your travel needs. You have to really think about how you're going to use that van before you decide on a layout. There are always compromises from one layout to another, so decide early on what that van is for. Think about your primary uses for that RV. Are you planning on weekend getaways, or are you thinking more full-time living? Are you interested in adventure travel or, like us, more sedate type of trip? Do you travel alone or with family or even pets? These travel styles have different requirements and make a huge difference on the layout of your Class B RV. To help make these kinds of decisions easier, you may want to focus on different sections of the RV layout to see how much square footage each takes up. Each area will affect the others, using some amount of space in the overall design. The larger one space is, the smaller the others have to be. There are various ways to split up the RV layout, but I've decided to divide it into 4 main areas: sleeping, eating, cleaning, and storage. Many layouts use the living area as the sleeping area, using 1 or 2 sofas that turn into separate beds or one large bed. The big advantage to this layout is it provides a way to get to the other areas of the van without disturbing someone else in the process. But this means your bed is also your couch, your dining table, your storage lid, and even your office. Want to cook? You're probably next to your bed. Want to work? You're at the fold-out table, 2 inches from your pillow. It's cozy, but sometimes too cozy. So you need to be ready to shift, fold, and shuffle your space all day. Other layouts, such as ours, separate the living space from the sleeping space. One of us often lays in the rear bed doing work, while the other is up front on the sofa doing theirs. That way we aren't constantly in the way of each other if we need our space. But there are disadvantages too. The middle of our van is kind of tight, making it difficult to pass through, and when my wife and I sleep together, one of us has to climb over the other in the middle of the night if we have to use the toilet. With a bed facing front to back, you don't have the problem of climbing over each other, but you take up a lot more RV space, so have to reduce the square footage of other areas. If the bed can be lifted out of the way, as is the case with the Winnebago Travato G, you have extra floor storage, but a smaller bed. There's a Nuvo Plus model that raises the bed out of the way, but this also means a shorter ceiling height. If you like to cook, think about what you need. Space to do prep work, a cooking area, a big sink. The more kitchen space you have, the less space you have for everything else. If cooking is a priority, then you'll have to sacrifice space in other areas. Our van has a small kitchen, very small. But we tend to cook a lot before we leave for a trip and just reheat as needed. Your needs may be different, especially if you want to cook a lot in the van. Vans that only sleep one only need 1 bed, so can devote more space to the kitchen area, but again, they only sleep 1. A Class B should come with a toilet. Congrats, you're not digging holes in the woods. But if you want a dry bath instead of a wet bath, in other words, an area where the toilet is separate from the shower, you'll be using a lot of square footage, and that again means less space for storage, or requiring a smaller bed. If you have a cassette toilet or a black tank, you'll be learning the graceful art of finding a dump station to empty your waste. We have a composting toilet, so just need to find a garbage can, which makes things a little simpler, and potentially a little less messy. If you like to take long showers, good luck. That's going to take a lot of water storage or being hooked up to city water. It's more probable you'll be getting used to using baby wipes, taking 90-second rinses to conserve water, or visiting campgrounds, gyms, or some gas stations to use their showers. We don't usually shower in the van, but do have a larger bathroom area if we need it. Instead, we stay at an RV park or even at a hotel in between wipes. I've talked about our shower in a previous video. If you want to know more, there's a link. There's one thing you need to get used to. You will never be fully clean. There's always a little sand or dust or dirt. No matter how much you sweep the floor, no matter how much you wipe down counters, somewhere, somehow, things get dirty. Get used to it. And let's not forget laundry. Clothes get dirty too, so you'll most likely start planning routes around laundromats like it's part of your itinerary. If you like to sit in your van and see the views outside, you'll need windows. And that means less storage for clothes and other items. Why? Well, closets tend to block windows, so be prepared to sacrifice storage for those fantastic views. Now, if you want a lot of storage, remember that means you're going to lose windows to look out of, and things are going to get darker. Storage was more important to us than 360-degree vistas. Our reasoning is, if we want to see the sights, we go outside. So our cabinets are tall and can store a lot of stuff. Clothes, prescriptions, food, emergency items, and so on. We can go anywhere, regardless of season, since we can carry everything we need for summer or winter. We don't take trips and pack for a specific season. There's no need. We have storage. But again, that means fewer windows and a darker interior, especially since we chose black cabinets. But for us, that works out just fine. We tend to sleep in the van, not look at the world from inside it. So it works for us. Your needs will be different than someone else's, and ultimately, that is the deciding factor. Just remember, there are always compromises, and you'll have to decide which of those compromises you can live with to make your Class B layout the best possible for your travel dreams. Be seeing you.